Trials of an Appalachian Family is a trilogy of novels by author Brenda Crissman Musick. One-Eyed Tom and A Place to Belong were the first two books in the series, and the author is here this morning to introduce us to the third chapter in the life of the Swank family, entitled To Everything There Is a Season. And I want to welcome you to Daytime.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's talk about this series. Give us a little background on those first two books and how this third one kind of ties the whole story together.
Okay. It began with One-Eyed Tom, a man who had his own demons to fight, didn't fight them very well. He caused a lot of problems for his family. And of course, there's the saying that no wrongdoing affects just the wrongdoer. And his children soon learned that because they suffered greatly for that. In A Place to Belong, the second novel, we find them trying to overcome some of these things they've had to fight because of One-Eyed Tom. And then in this one, To Everything There Is a Season, we find that they're still battling this. In fact, an entire town is going to suffer because of the wrongdoings of One-Eyed Tom. But as the title would lead you to see this, like anything, there are bad things in life, there are trials and troubles in life, but there's also joy and there's laughter and a time to dance.
When you were sitting down and thinking about writing this novel, how did you come up with that character of One-Eyed Tom? Because he's pivotal to the whole story. Was this someone that you kind of drew from in your own experiences, or can you share where that came from?
One-Eyed Tom is loosely based on my grandfather. Stories that my mother told about him and all of his wrongdoings. And she carried a lot of shame with her through her life because of him. And so her feelings of shame are depicted in my novels. And I wanted to show that, to show also how the faith and love of a mother can get children through these bad times.
And now you've drawn on those recollections.
Yes.
and those experiences from your past. And you also, I was reading your biography, you're from Honaker, Virginia, and just that whole small town feel, you've been able to incorporate that into your writings as well.
Yes, definitely. I am a country girl through and through, and I can only write from a country point of view.
This is your third novel.
Third novel.
And you've written a children's book, and you were telling me about a new project that you might have coming up soon. Talk about that as well.
All right, the next project is a group of essays and poems. It's called Pon My Honor, Stories and Poems from the Countryside of Life. It tells some of the stories of the shenanigans of my life and those of other people in my family. Especially my brother Jim. I pick on him greatly in these stories because he was a coward, and my sister and I love to pick on him. So lots of those stories in this. Being a country child was never boring. When you sit down, are you going to do any more with the Swank family, or you think you've left them for good? I think the Swank family has come to an end. All right. There is another novel that's sort of running around in my head right now, and we'll see what takes place with that. All right. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you. And sharing your tale with us. We appreciate that as well. Hey, if you want to find out more, go to jancarrollpublishing.com. They have some great information about this book and others as well. And I want to thank you once again for being with us today, and we have more Daytime Tri-Cities coming up.